Elias. He tried to stand up to a crazy, and as we learned, they are not ones to be messed with. We kind of knew this beforehand, either in previous seasons or just in the recognition that they are one-on-one, absolutely terrifying. But this one, it turns out, wasn't here for his friend Ilian. Instead, Elias found out he was here for him. Now, why he didn't attack him earlier, we'll find that out, hopefully. But regardless, now, Elias tried to and got pinned down, engaged in a firefight. Ilian was chased off as the crazy started opening fire, and Elias really, quite frankly, could not hold his own. As his armor quickly began to fail him, Elias surrendered, wisely, but with great consequence here. So we are going to come back in, and now, just for, because I change things up. I'm a tinkerer, and I recognize that about myself. I like to see what works and what doesn't, move things around until pieces fit perfectly, and sometimes they will, sometimes they won't. I'm going to try to go back to the Savage Rifts rules, because I realized that in that combat, as outgunned as he was in a one-on-one, there should have been a chance, but Elias did not stand a chance against him. And I realized it was because of a couple things. One, the Palladium rule set isn't hugely designed for one player, though it moves a lot quicker than it does with the table full. The way that the game moves, you can, if you have the support from a proper team, then you can play, an out of armor old man glitter boy. There's no hindrances that would add to the color and the character, but at the same time, the stats, sometimes just don't matter in Palladium games. Instead, it's the powers and abilities you have. And a crazy has got a lot of powers and abilities. An old man outside of his power armor suit does not. But the thing that I realized was missing the most, that I think helps with my solo games being at least semi-survivable, honestly, it's the bennies. The chips that I like to have out represent the bennies that I can burn to kind of keep the story going. Elias, in the actual Palladium system, does not have any bennies, and got his ass whooped. So, not to retroactively change anything, the story is as the story's wills, and obviously, very few of my stories are going to end with a happy ending, being a solo role player, but I want to give him more of a chance than what he had in that. So I'm going to go back, just because sometimes the swing makes it exciting. But we come back to a chaos factor of 4. We rolled a 4, so it's going to stay the same. And now we are going to test our scene. Let's see. Chaos factor of 4. It's a 6. Okay. So we now, let's see here. The scene is going to be altered. How is it going to be altered? I don't know yet, because I didn't have my book out. Actually, if it is an even, if the chaos factor is less or the number is even, and the scene is an interrupt scene, of course, that, I'm getting it backwards already. Because we rolled above the chaos factor, the scene will proceed as expected. So, my expectations here are Splay is about to handcuff this old man. He starts reaching forward. Elias, having dropped his C-18 laser pistol in the swamp, is just sitting in the mud right in front of him. His armor is a scarred and wrecked, ruined mess. His trench coat, muddied, bloodied, and burning in a couple spots, but he slowly raises his hands over his head, his silver hair kind of reflecting the sun-darkened skin. And Splay comes up and he's like, you're not that impressive. Okay, fine. I was told to get big money, and I'll get big money. You sure you don't want to fight? No, man, you beat my ass pretty good. I don't want to fight you. Yeah, I wouldn't want to fight me either. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to ask a fake question here. Is there any chance that Elias is going to try to fight his way out? I'm going to call this very unlikely, which is a -2, and then with a chaos factor of 4. So this is a -3 on the roll. It's a 1 and a 1. So it's an exceptional no, and we have a random event that's about to occur. So, what is this random event? Okay. Random event focus table, and 92, current context. Current context means a random fake could help explain a fake question result. Random event could be disruptive to the current action. Here's one. Is Elias not willing to fight because he noticed someone's coming to help him? That's a 6 and a 6. So even with the likely, that's an 11. So that's a yes, but just barely. Is it Cobb? 13 minus 1. Yes, it's Cobb. And are there more with him? 5 minus 1 is a 4. It is just Cobb. That would make sense, though. So I'm gonna give the crazy here. Do I give him a notice roll? Yeah, I'm gonna give him a notice roll, just because. Let's see. Crazy has a notice of a D6. 6 blows up. It's a 10 total. So now we're going to check Cobb's stealth, which is a D6 as well. It's a 2. Very quickly, there's just a... Hey. There's another sense of thought out here. What you playing at, old man? You. Oh, who's a good doggy? Who's a good doggy? And Cobb just kind of looks at him and goes, that's really fucking racist. And now we are going to go into some combat. We're going to go back into some combat as Cobb is going to do his best here. This does not bode terribly well, but Cobb knows what he's about. So let's... I need to pull up... I need the stats. Give me them stats. Riffs. All right. So, Elias draws 2. I drew the 9 and the 3. The crazy has quick, which means he can't draw below a 5. He gets the king. And good old Cobb. Nope. Doesn't get anything other than another king. All right. But, so, Cobb gets to go first with the king of spades. He sees this about to happen. It's just like, let's roll on the table to see what Cobb does. He's loyal, so we know that. So we know he's willing to throw down. But let's take a look at the combat actions. Could have sworn I saw it. extra actions combat. Alright, 82 simple. 91 simple technology. I'm going to say that is Cobb is going to draw his laser rifle. This good boy here, he's going to take aim and just shoot. He's going to multi-action penalty. C10 light laser rifle has a rate of fire of 1, so he's only going to fire 1, but he's going to fire 2 shots. First shot is a 1, but it does not count as a critical miss, which probably would have hit Elias. His second shot is a 2. Now, Cobb just pulls the trigger twice. The light glows twice, but unfortunately, especially with it's got quick, it doesn't have dodge. That's great, but the splay here gets to go next. Let's roll. Is he about to go crazy? Oh yeah, 14 minus 1. He's going to, first action, he is going to lose it. He's going to go berserk. Becomes immune to fear and intimidation. Can't use any of his psionic abilities, but while he is berserk, his strength and agility go up by 2 die types. He just... Oh, that's fucking... God damn it! And he starts running. So that's his first action. He is going to get into melee, and he is going to try to fight Cobb. So it's a D6 or a D10 on his fighting roll. That's a 9. Multi-action penalty 2, which makes meets it, beats it on his parry. So he is going to hit Cobb, and this is not good. He draws... Oh, damn. Techno-Wizard Flaming Sword. It does a D12 and his strength modifier, which is a D12. Alright, an 8 and a 5 is 13. And Cobb has a toughness of 12. Oh no! Armor piercing 6. Oof. Shit. Cobb takes 1 wound and goes down. The blade just kind of lashes out. Cobb tries to parry with some of the vampirazes he's got attached to his arm. They sizzle as the metal begins to melt. And suddenly Cobb is just yelling out, "No!" I think this brings Elias back up into the fight. He goes, "You fucking son of a bitch." So, that was his 2 actions. Now, Elias, in his own way, is about to lose it too. Let's see. He has Marksman. And what other edges does he have? No, he just has Marksman right now. He is going to grab his pistol and he is going to take his shot. This is going to give him a +1 to the shooting roll. He has a shooting of a D8. So that's a 6. That hits. And 3d6 damage. Oh, 2 of those blow up, so that's 13. 13 plus an additional 6 is 19 total. This guy's got a toughness of 16. Armor piercing. Armor piercing of 3. Nice. He hits, and this crazy suddenly stumbles backwards. He is now shaken. So, let us draw more cards. Elias draws an 8 and a 3. He's going to take the 8. The crazy draws a 6. Cobb gets the ace. So Cobb is going to go first. First thing he needs to do is make a vigor roll. He succeeds. No raise, but he is still on the ground. He is bleeding out, and he is going to take a long-term penalty. He's going to take a heavy wound for this. But now we go back over to Elias. I'm going to give him multi-action penalty. He's going to take 2 shots and then move to get into some cover here. His first shot gets a +1. Let's see, the 6 blows up. That's a 12. It's a hit with a raise. So it's 46 on this pistol shot. Could have sworn I haven't. There it is. Alright, that's 8, 10, 16, 17 damage. Ooh, here we go. He puts a wound on this guy. Actually, 2 wounds as he is already shaken. The crazy stumbles backwards a little bit. He is still in this like berserk phase, but with the 2 wounds, it's going to slow him down a little bit. And just make sure anything. Yep. Oh wait, he takes a -2 to be hit any attack because he has uncanny reflexes, but that still would have hit with a raise. So, Crazy comes running up. Just, god damn it! And let's see. His fighting, like we said, is a D10. It's now -2 from the wounds. Oh, we rolled a 1, and that is not Snake Eyes, but he takes a swing. And just in the blur of pain and anger, Elias ducks underneath the blade's edge. He can feel the heat from it rising off of it. Oh, yay! Elias gets the Joker, which means he's going to get another Benny. Alright, Crazy gets the Jack. Ooh. And Cobb gets the 3 to see if he's still going to bleed out. Oh, wait. Does he have... I thought I gave him an edge. No, I doubt it. Just marksman. Yeah. Okay, but that gives him a +2, and his first attack is a +1. Yes, that's right. So, cancel out the multi-action penalty. He just gets to shoot with +1 on the first shot, which is a 2 and a 1, but I'm going to spend that Benny right away. There we go. Both the 8 and the 6 blow up. Nice. Okay, so that's a hit with a raise on the first attack. Another 46. As he just starts firing as quickly as he can at this creature. It's kind of shit damage, though. 5, 11 with the blow up, 6, 14 total. Just enough to shake the Crazy again. All right, but even with 2 wounds, the Crazy is now... he's struggling to keep forward. There's just this moment where a creature that's been heavily... Oh, wait. Elias gets his second shot. The 8 blows up. That's a 9. -2 is a 7, so it's just a straight hit. No raise. Okay, 6, 12, 13. Since he was already shaken, he now takes another wound. He's got 3 wounds. So, this guy's losing it, or he's already lost it. So I'm going to ask a fake question here. Does he snap out of it to kind of fucking get out of here? Is this Crazy's not necessarily suicidal? Let me check his edges, his hindrances: delusional, loyal, overconfident, stubborn. I want to say it's unlikely he tries to flee. Dice don't lie. That's 17 before any modifiers. So let's take a look. When it comes to Crazies, I believe they have to make a spirit roll to shake out of it. His spirit is a D8. He's got 3 wounds. That's a 0 total. He can't really come out of it, but he just... does this mean he loses a turn as he's trying to shake himself out of it? Yes. Okay. Let's give him the spirit check to see if he overcomes his shaken status. -3. No, he is still shaken. All right. The crazy just starts. There's a human recognition. All life wants to continue, and this guy just kind of got shot 3 times point blank in the chest with a laser gun. It cauterized the wounds, but part of the issue here now is the crazy's beginning to realize that he may be in and over his head, and he can't quite shake that blood haze out of his eyes. He's getting pissed. He's pissed that he's angry. He's pissed that he may possibly lose his bounty because of this fucking dog. But at the same time, he's already chopped down the dog, and that feels... I mean, I don't condone the attack against any creature, living, animal, human, unless they're, a Nazi, and I don't think that's a... Well, anyway. But at that same token, this guy, this crazy splay, his bloodthirst is beginning to subside a little bit, and he just... Oh, fuck... we need to roll for our good boy. Figure -1 to see if he stays alive. Okay, it's a 5 -1, 4. He's still alive, but he's still bleeding out. We're going to reshuffle the deck, and we're going to see what happens next. Now, I just said that it's okay to kill Nazis, and if this offends you, Nazis fuck off. Official stance. No space for you in this world. All right. 2 for Elias. A 9 and a 4. He's going to take the 9. Crazy gets a 7. And our good boy gets 6. This guy can't be intimidated right now. So Elias is going to take a single shot, just trying to more scare him off. He gets his +1 from his marksman. All right. So it's a 7 -2 from the uncanny reflexes, which is 5, which means it hits. And let's see, a toughness of 7, or toughness of 16. That's 10. 11. I'm going to spend a Benny and reroll damage. That's even worse. That's 7 points total. You know what? Bennies are for spending. That looks a little bit better, but it's still not that much better. It's a 12. It's got armor piercing, so still shaken. He takes another shot at the crazy, who's now trying to get out of the way. He's dodging left and right. The beam begins to burn on an unscorched portion. Let's see. First thing, he's got to become unshaken. That blows up. Okay. So the crazy's no longer shaken. His splay kind of shakes himself out of it. He's going to try to bring himself out of his berserk. It's a 6 -3 from his wounds is a 3. He can't do it. And fake question, is he going to charge at Cobb? Oh, shit. Yes, he is. So it's a fighting of a D10. -3 from the wounds. It's a 2 down to a -1. Elias definitely has a parry above a -1. So they just kind of square off. And even though right now Elias gets a -1 to his penalty for being unarmed, he uses the outside edge of the pistol and just kind of batters the flaming sword aside. Scorch marks go up the black carbon on the outside. But as these two struggle for effectively their lives, Cobb, please keep going. Okay. Rolls a 6, -1 from his wound is a 5. He is still alive. Poor Cobb's just sitting there bleeding out in the swamp. Elias gets a jack. Crazy gets a king. And Cobb gets an ace. Cobb still alive. We're going to see if the crazy shakes out of it. Come on. Let's see. A 7 -3 is a 4. He comes out of it. He snaps himself, and he just kind of looks over. He is sweating and panting. He wants to start crying. Tears begin to roll down his eyes. And let's ask a fake question. Now does he run? Oh, yeah. He tries to disengage. He pulls the sword back, takes a step backwards. Elias is going to raise his gun and try to take a shot as this guy gets out of melee range. But as he points the sword, and he's like, I'm not fucking done with you, right? You guys hurt my feelings. I can't believe you hurt my feelings. Take care of your dog. And as he tries to run, Elias is going to take his, hopefully, last shot at his back. Let's see. 5. Nope, that's a miss. And the crazy with movement. Let's see, he's got a pace of 12, 17 total. He gets 17 inches away, and the range on his pistol, 17 movement squares away. Not that I'm using a grid. So that'll put it at medium range. Okay. His marksman allows him to cancel it out, so it's a straight roll, and Elias shoots the man in the back. Oh, 2 of them blow up. Elias, this might be a little dishonorable, bro. It's 12, 16, 17, 23. Elias watches as he begins to run. He, in a kind of marksman stance, he steps forward, 1 foot in front of the other. His right mud-covered boot, the toes point directly to this crazy's back. He raises the pistol right up to his eye, arm extended, and just boom. There's a thud, a splash in the mud. And Elias just looks. Then, you shouldn't have chopped down my friend.